Hey guys, Churchy here. So in this video I want to show you how to Oblivion Remastered like a boss. I want to show you how you can start out in style and very quickly get yourself Umbra, which is the best one-handed weapon in the game, and along with that you'll get yourself a nice suit of ebony armour and a nice shield to go with it. You'll also be doing some alchemy and a bit of mercantile, so you'll gain some levels in those skills which will lead you to leveling up, and basically that won't really matter because in the remaster you get to choose where you allocate your attributes, so you won't need to worry about skewing your attributes in weird ways, which is great. So there's a few phases to the plan. Basically first we're going to head over to Skingrad and gather up some grapes and some tomatoes and then craft a bunch of restore fatigue potions, which we're going to then sell for a tidy profit, and then work our way up to about 6k gold. Then once we've got that much gold from doing the run a few times, we're going to head on over to the Imperial City, which you can see behind my character, and then we're going to go to Rindir's Staves, buy Apotheosis, which is an awesome staff with heaps of elemental damage, and then we're going to make our way over here and head into these ruins, which is Vindassel, and it's a very nice little ruin because it's very short, and then at the end of that ruin is Umbra, and we're going to use the staff to kill Umbra and get all this nice gear. And then using the alchemy run where you make the restore fatigue potions, you can just get as much gold and stuff as you want. And yeah, basically you'll be set up with some levels, a way to get as much gold as you want, and a really nice set of gear. And as I said, the best one-handed sword in the game. And it's it all looks really awesome too. So anyway, with all that said, let's get straight into it and head over to Skingrad. So you've just come out of the sewers on a fresh character, and this is just a really quick way to set yourself up very nicely. So the first thing we're going to do is go to Skingrad and do some alchemy. Just make sure, like during the tutorial, that you pick up the novice mortar and pestle, because you're going to need that obviously. But anyway, we're going to fast travel over to Skingrad, Grateful Pass Stables. Alright, so I've jumped ahead a little bit in time to show you the run. So basically when you travel to Skingrad, you'll find yourself somewhere here, and there's a couple of wineries, and we're going to gather the grapes from these wineries, and then we're going to go across to the other side and we're going to gather some tomatoes. Now you get 90 tomatoes on the other side, so we're going to gather about 90 grapes. You can get 124 total if you gather all of the grape plants here, all of the vines, but you won't need to actually do that. So starting up this end, we just work our way down, gathering all of these ones. Cool. Then we come across here, and I'll usually start up here. So boom, 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 and just keep on gathering. Okay. And then basically if we gather one more here, I believe here, and then just one more group, and that should be 92. There we go. So basically if you're starting over at that end, you work your way down here all through all that, and then if you want to you can gather these two as well, and that, like this one's, and that, and then like that up there, but you don't need to because we've got enough. So now we can just run across to the other side because 90 is all we need for each run. So we just come in here. You can actually you can run across like this, but I'll show you as well. Basically we're running across and going out that gate, but you can also just travel to this gate from like while you're in the farm. And then if you just turn around and come out here, so the other gate is just down there, and you basically walk along, come along there, and then under this bridge, or you can just jump down from here, and this is the field we're looking for. So then we just gather all of these tomatoes, and we'll have 90 tomatoes. Alrighty, that should be 90 tomatoes. Yep. And you can craft the potions there, then and there, but I like to actually just go back into town and do it. But I'm just going to fast travel back to the other gate, just to kind of set myself up a bit quicker to run to the merchant.
Do you need something?
So you've gathered your grapes and you've gathered your tomatoes. So now we can just run on in and go to the Oblivion traders. Now I've already done a few runs, so he already likes me and stuff, and I've already set up the haggle. But basically what you want to do, come in here, talk to this fella, do your persuading, and basically you'll start the mini game and just keep working it up until he's likes you as much as he is going to. And then you can barter, and then haggle, and just find the haggle point where he's like happy to buy your wares. Try and get it like reasonably high, because then you'll have to do the run less times, because you're trying to get 6,000 gold basically. But yeah, I've got it in a nice spot. We're actually ready to make the potions. So in the inventory, you do your novice, mortar and pestle, or you can actually assign that to a slot. But click on it, and then we click grapes and tomatoes. You can also actually just filter by restore fatigue, and then it'll show them as well. But we don't need that. You can just click them. There's not that many ingredients in here at the moment. And then we're ready to just spam and create a bunch of potions. You'll basically get a bunch of potions, and then you can sell them to the merchant.
Good day.
So we come here and we barter. As I said, make sure he likes you as much as he will. Haggle for the price, and then come over here and then sell a bunch of fatigue potions. Now, if you sell a bunch at the same time, he won't actually have enough gold, and he'll say, I don't have enough gold for that. But that's fine. You just sell less at a time, and then he'll have enough, and then it's fine. So we just sell all these, sell all these, sell all these, sell all these. And just like that, we're basically at the amount of gold that we needed now. Okay, so now that you have sold your potions and got some money, we need to reset the crops. So basically you can go into an interior cell and then either wait or sleep. I'm going to go sleep because I have some level ups to get. Alright, so I'm going to rent a bed.
Excellent. Go upstairs.
And then I'll head up and go sleep and level up. Alrighty, so here I am at my bed in the tavern. Now the reason I'm doing the waiting in an interior cell, basically you can either wait 24 hours, do that 3 times for a total of 72, or sleep in the bed to get your level ups. But the reason we're doing it inside is because for some reason outside I think there's a chance that it bugs out and the plants just don't regrow, because I had the tomatoes not regrow when I had waited outside on one of the runs. So just safer to wait inside, because that seems to work every time. But anyway, I'm going to do my waiting, get my level ups, and then we'll go gather more crops. Alright, so now that we've got our gold to basically nearly 6k, we're going to go ahead and just head on over to the Imperial City and buy ourselves a really nice staff. So we just go to the Market District. Alright, here we are in the Market District.
Afternoon.
Let me just head over here. Head on into Rindir's Staves. And we'll talk to the fella. Now you can make him like you more, and then also like barter a bit, which I will probably have to do because as you can see there, he's charging me 5878. So let's just quickly. Okay, he likes me a bunch anyway. Let's just do some bartering, and we'll just haggle. But then as soon as we haggle, we'll probably be fine. Yeah, okay. So that's already down to 5283, and he's probably going to let us buy it for that. So we'll just try and buy it. Yep, all good. We got the staff. So that can be basically as simple as it is sometimes to do.
A pleasure to serve you.
But that's basically why you want to make sure you have, you know, about 5.5, 6k. The other consideration is, right now I'm playing on Adept difficulty. But if you're playing on Expert or Master, you're probably going to need like a bunch more arrows, and you want to stock up on like a bunch of arrows, maybe some like damage health potions like this illness potion and stuff. Just get like a bunch of them. Maybe even consider getting a spell that does damage over time or something, because where we're going now, basically Umbra has a bit of health regen going on, and also she's very tough. But we're going to want to get down here into Vendassel, which is somewhere around here. So I'm just going to put a marker there, and then we're going to head out here and go and find it. Since I'm just playing on Adept at the moment with this character, I'm pretty confident that the Apotheosis staff just by itself is going to be able to do enough damage to kill Umbra. Alright, so we can just run on out here. Probably even just go for a swim straight across. Alright, cool. And there's the marker on the map. Oh, big old performance hitch. Well, we don't need the marker anymore anyway. Alright, so now we just run on down here. I'll pop a quick save in case things go bad, because we have got an enemy out the front, and our gear is crap. But to be honest, I could probably just run past. So here's the ruin. So we'll just try and sneak in. Okay, they want to fight. I'll see if we can do it. This is the one thing that might be a bit weird. No, we're fine, we're fine. Okay, so now we go in here. We've made it to Vendassel, killed the little enemies outside. Now we can come on in here. Now there is like a couple of mud crabs or rats or just small enemies in here and a couple of traps, but it's not too bad. Alright, so we got him, and there is like a spike trap just there. So we'll just walk around the edges of that. Another rat. But not really a big deal, you know. Then we come down the right here. Another ratty in the distance there. And there's the gas trap. There's Krabby. Alright, so we just shoot all of those. Yeah, we're all good. Alright. And now when you come down here, there's a little gate. So we'll just kill this rat quickly. Alright. And then, just down there is Umbra. But they're not actually hostile. So, I will just pop a save here. And if you really want to, you can just like jump down and talk to her. Doesn't really have much to say. I'm waiting.
Umbra.
But basically, what you really want to do is, so you come down in around here, you come in here, you come here, and then we're basically jumping on that pillar. So you just go, whee! And then now we're ready to kill her. And then you just get out Apotheosis. And on Adept, this will be fine. She'll actually go down pretty quick. As I said, on Expert or Master, you'll probably want to make sure you've got like a lot of arrows and, you know, probably some better weapons and stuff. And more ways to damage her, basically. But yeah, then we just go, boom. Now she wants to kill us, but she can't get us. Boom. 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 And just like that. Oh, and also we've, you know, our killing's been observed, so, you know, we can go and join the Dark Brotherhood. But yeah, just like that, we've got Umbra, we've got a full set of ebony armor, we've got some gold. And yeah, we are ready to just be badass. Get the shield as well. So yeah, just like that. That's, you know, we're set up. And we look badass. So there you have it. And just like that, you've got yourself the best one-handed sword in the game. A full set of ebony armor, really nice shield as well. And you've also got a way to use alchemy to just get as much gold as you want and continue leveling up those skills as much as you want. And you've also got a couple of levels on yourself right at the start. So it sort of helps out a little bit. You can set yourself up with the attributes you want and then get rolling into the game. But that is going to do it for this video, so thank you guys for watching. Let me know what crazy strategies and funny things and shenanigans you like to get up to down in the comments. Have a good day or night, whichever it may be, and I will see you in the next video.